What's up, YouTube fam? Mel here, and I just want to welcome you back to another episode of Double Helping. Today's episode is all about protein. Protein is a very important part of my diet because it has allowed me to build muscle, retain muscle, and lose fat. Now, when I first started, I feel like my diet was pretty basic. I ate a lot of egg whites, protein shakes, and tuna. Don't get me wrong, those methods are very effective, and I still do use them from time to time. However, I've developed several tasty, sustainable ways to maintain a high protein diet. So today, I'm going to be sharing with you 4 of my favorite ways to do so. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Enjoy. All right, y'all, let's start off with our Greek yogurt parfaits. So we're just going to take 1 scoop of vanilla whey protein, then we're going to add in 2/3 a cup of plain non-fat Greek yogurt, half of a juiced lemon, and half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. And we're just going to whisk them all together until they get a nice smooth texture. Now keep in mind, you can use a plant-based protein. However, in my experience, it is thicker. So I would just cautiously add my protein to the mix. Once you get that nice smooth texture, then I took half a cup of fresh blueberries and I mashed them. If you have a potato masher, feel free to use that because it will go quicker. Next, we're going to do the same thing with half a cup of raspberries. Keep in mind, y'all, you can use any fruit you'd like, so just mix it up. I mean, you can use some pineapple, some mangoes, strawberries, just whatever your heart desires and you have on hand at the time. Now, once I'm done mashing, I'm just gonna build my parfait. Now, I tried to get a little cute for y'all and use this mason jar, which I am not used to. I normally just put mine in a bowl. So it did not turn out quite as cute as I would have hoped it would. But y'all, it was still really good. All the flavors were there, and then I loved how it was mixed throughout, so I didn't have to mix as I ate it. Now this next step is optional, of course, but I just topped mine with some granola. And there you go. Now, moving on to our Greek chicken bowls. So I use 1 pound of boneless, skinless chicken breast tenderloins. I added 1 tablespoon of garlic, 2 tablespoons of oregano, salt and pepper to taste. I used 1 teaspoon of salt and half a teaspoon of pepper, half of a juiced lemon, and a tablespoon of olive oil. And I just mixed everything until it was evenly coated. Afterwards, I just popped mine into my air fryer for about 10 to 12 minutes on 350. However, you can definitely do this in your oven. I usually do it for about 15 to 20 minutes on 350 in the oven, but I would recommend just watching it regardless of whether you use the air fryer or the oven, because the worst thing you can have is dried out chicken. Then while you're waiting on your chicken, let's make our tzatziki. So I use 1 cup of non-fat plain Greek yogurt, half of a diced cucumber without the skin, 1 tablespoon of fresh dill, or you can use the dried if you'd like, salt and pepper to taste, 2 teaspoons of garlic, 1 teaspoon of olive oil, and let's not forget the other half of that juiced lemon, and just mix it. Then let's move on to building the bowls. I actually did 1.5 cup of rice. Then I added some onions, tomatoes, cucumbers, black olives, feta cheese. I added my chicken once it was done, and just topped it with that tzatziki. Now I use a generous amount because I love my tzatziki. And that's where you're really getting the protein, of course, on top of the chicken. Now I got 3 bowls out of this. However, if you do smaller portions, you can probably get about 4. And feel free to mix it up with what you add. If you don't want to use rice, you can of course use just lettuce. But yeah, just whatever you would normally like and what you enjoy eating, just add that to the combination. Now let's move on to our pancakes. So first I start with my blender, and I'm gonna add 1 cup of oats, 2 tablespoons of flaxseed meal, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, 4 teaspoons of baking powder, 1 scoop of vanilla whey protein, 2 eggs, half a cup of egg whites, 1 banana, 2 teaspoons of coconut oil, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and 1/4 cup of almond milk or whatever plant-based milk you'd like, well, non-dairy, shall I say, milk you'd like, and just blend. Now I accidentally got rid of some footage. I apologize, guys, but this makes about 8 pancakes. I use the 1/4 cup measuring cup. And I just usually let them sit on the first side for about 2 to 3 minutes. Once I get those bubbles, I flip them over and do the other side for another 2 to 3 minutes, and you get that nice golden topping. What I really love about these pancakes is they're so light, they're so fluffy, and they're so moist. I know it seems like a lot of ingredients. However, if you look at a box of protein pancakes, you're gonna see quite a few ingredients, and they're not gonna come out as good as these. Now, the last but not least favorite part of this entire video is gonna be my protein coffee, which is so easy. First, you're gonna take a pot of freshly brewed coffee, let a cup sit. Then you're just gonna get your favorite protein powder. I have not mentioned brands this entire video, but I am really enjoying this Sun Warrior mocha protein. I just use 1 scoop of it. Once my coffee is cool, I'm just gonna add that. And then we're just gonna blend. And it doesn't take much. I usually pulse for about 10 seconds. And you get this nice foam on the top, like a latte. If you want more foam, just pulse it a little longer. And there you go, a nice foamy latte. All right, y'all, so now you've seen 4 of my favorite ways to incorporate high protein into my diet currently. If you liked what you saw, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below. Let me know what your favorite option was. For me personally, if I had to choose one, I'd probably say the pancakes. I'm telling y'all, they're so light, so fluffy, so moist. They're so much better than the box kind. I mean, I know I said it already once, but I just had to say it again. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.